The night dragged on inside the mansion. Rain pattered softly against the windows, but inside, silence hung heavy. The grandmother sat in her chamber, staring at the framed photographs on the wall. Taehyung as a boy, smiling in her lap. Those innocent eyes had hardened into steel now, and she feared she was the reason. Her chest ached with guilt. She had forced YN into this marriage to protect her, but in doing so, she had also condemned her. She whispered to herself, "Forgive me, child. I wanted to shield you, not cage you." Meanwhile, you sat in the living room with Taehyung. He poured himself a glass of whiskey, his every movement deliberate, calculated. "You've been quiet lately," he said, his voice low. "Do you think I don't notice?" You forced yourself to answer calmly. "I don't know what you want me to say." He smirked, taking a slow sip. "I want you to say you're loyal to me, that you're mine, even when you look like you're hiding something." Your heart thundered. "If I say it, he won't believe me. If I stay silent, he'll think I'm guilty." "I am yours," you whispered finally, though the words nearly broke you. For a moment, his eyes softened, but then he laughed coldly. "Lies taste bitter, YN. And I've lived long enough to know when someone is feeding me poison." In another part of the mansion, Jungkook hid in a disused servant corridor, clutching the files to his chest. His breathing was sharp, his side bleeding from his earlier wounds. He muttered under his breath, "If I wait too long, YN's dead. If I go too soon, Taehyung won't even look at me." His only chance was to reach the grandmother first, to have her speak before Taehyung's suspicions hardened into execution. He pressed his head against the cold stone wall, whispering, "Please, no one find me before morning." That same night, the grandmother called for her most trusted maid. "Find Jungkook," she whispered urgently. "Bring him to me before anyone else notices." Her maid hesitated. "But, madam, if Taehyung finds out, then it will already be too late." The grandmother cut sharply, her frail hands trembling. "This is the only way to save her." Back in the living room, Taehyung leaned close to you, his eyes dark and searching. "Tell me, YN," he murmured, fingers gripping your chin. "If I asked you to bleed for me, would you?" Before you could answer, a servant burst into the room, pale and shaking. "Master Jungkook. He's inside the mansion." The glass slipped from Taehyung's hand, shattering on the floor. His expression turned deadly calm, and you realized time had run out. The mansion felt too large tonight. The marble floors echoed with every step I took, and the air was so heavy that even breathing seemed like trespassing. I had been with grandmother all evening, sitting at her bedside, as she sipped her tea slowly. Her wrinkled hands had clutched mine tighter than usual, her voice unusually soft. "You remind me of myself, child," she whispered, thrown into fire, and forced to learn how to dance in it. Her words lingered even now, tugging at a corner of my heart I didn't know was still tender. But the unease wouldn't leave me. Something was changing, something bigger than me. A maid rushed past, murmuring quietly, "Master Jungkook is in the study." My ears caught the formality. Master, why did they still call him that? I thought Taehyung was the only heir everyone bowed their heads to. Taehyung's POV, the word made my blood boil. Master Jung. The servant who'd uttered it nearly dropped to his knees when my glare cut through him. "Do you know who the master of this house is?" My voice was low, sharp as a blade. He stammered, bowing deeply. "Why yes, Master Taehyung." "Forgive me, but the tradition, both sons of the chairman are addressed as, enough." I hated it. Hated that even inside these walls, Jungkook's shadow existed. He had no right to it, no right to claim what was mine. And yet, the staff still used the title, as if mocking me, as if reminding me that my blood was not the only bloodline running through this empire. My fists tightened at my sides. Jungkook thought he could walk these halls, be welcomed like nothing had happened, not under my watch. Grandmother's POV, I could feel the storm brewing long before Taehyung entered my chambers. His footsteps were heavy, furious, like his father's once were. I looked at YN, sitting quietly beside me, brushing a hand over mine with a gentleness Taehyung never had. My lips curved faintly. "Do you know why I chose you, child?" I asked suddenly, watching her startled eyes widen. She shook her head. "Because this family devours itself. Power eats love here, and yet you are not like them. You care, even when no one cares for you. That is what will save him, though he doesn't see it now." YN's lips trembled. "But he doesn't want me? I silenced her with a raised hand. "He will. In time, truth always breaks even the coldest stone." But in my chest, the truth burned like acid. There was more she deserved to know. Yet I kept it hidden. If she discovered it too soon, everything would shatter. Jungkook's POV. I found her in the garden later, the old woman in her chair, watching the moon. "Halmyeoni," I greeted softly, kneeling beside her. Unlike with Taehyung, her smile came easily for me. "You came," she said warmly, touching my face as if I were still a boy. I leaned against her chair, feeling for a moment like the mansion wasn't suffocating. "You've grown into a man with kindness," she murmured. "Don't ever lose that, Jungkook. The house is already filled with too many men who mistake cruelty for strength." My chest tightened. I knew who she meant. "You know he hates me," I admitted. Her sigh was soft, sad. "He doesn't hate you, he fears you." I froze, because, unlike him, she whispered, eyes glinting, "You still have the one thing he lost a long time ago." I didn't ask what she meant. I wasn't sure I wanted to know. Later that night, the family gathered for dinner. The table stretched endlessly, plates of untouched food gleaming under golden chandeliers. Taehyung sat at the head, his jaw locked, his gaze burning holes into the tablecloth rather than meeting anyone's eyes. His presence was a wall of ice. Across from him, Jungkook's laughter with grandmother was quiet, but genuine. I caught myself smiling faintly, then froze when I felt Taehyung's eyes on me sharp, suspicious, like he could see into my very bones. The silence between us was suffocating, and yet, under the table, I gripped the hem of my dress tightly, a sinking dread in my chest, because somewhere deep inside me, I realized something terrifying. This family wasn't just bound by blood. It was bound by secrets, and if I didn't uncover them soon, I would be buried in them.